Hey, Shalom, Akim. This is your brother Karath. I'm coming at you again with another one, man. It's good to be making another lesson, man. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, man. Enough respect to you brothers that's laboring in this truth, man. Shalom, shalom, brothers. I think I'm going to entitle this lesson, The Year of My Redeemed Has Come, man. I'm going to grab my first little scripture here. Let's see here. It's the second Esdras. Second Esdras 7. In 42, it says, He answered me and said, This present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. It says, But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come. You know, so that we understand that this present life isn't the end, man. It's not the end where we get our kingdom, man. You know, this present life, we don't get our kingdom in this present life, man. This is not our rest, like the scripture says. And it says, see, we know that once this kingdom is over, then much glory doth abide in the next kingdom, you know. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. That's right. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. And the day of doom has to come. You know, that's Jacob's trouble. And that's the World War III. That's the day of doom. You know, collectively. It says, the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. That's right, man. We get those glorified bodies, man. We ain't gotta die no more, man. You know? So it says once the day of doom comes and comes to pass, then it says, then comes the beginning of immortality, man. Brothers, that's when we get those glorified bodies and we get that immortality. We put on immortality, man. It says corruption is past. Verse 44, it says intemperance is at an end, and infidelity is cut off. You know, and you know, intemperance, when you're temperate in all things, that means you're showing restraint, man. But when you're intemperate, that's when you're not exercising any restraint, man. You're just doing whatever feels good to you, you know. It says it's at an end, and infidelity. You know, infidelity basically means you're not being faithful, which means you're not being righteous, man. You're not being faithful to this word. It says infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Verse 45, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory, man. And nobody can oppress him that has gotten the victory. Because why? Because the scripture says that the affliction will not rise a second time, man. So then it's going to be much glory, man. So, yeah, man, I think I'm going to entitle this lesson, The Year of My Redeemed Has Come, man. I think it's a very fitting title, you know. From there, I want to go to Job. Let me go here real quick to the book of Job. So this is exciting, man. This is good. The year my redeemed has come. Job 20 and verse 5. Job 20 and 5. It says the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And we know that these devils, they've been ruling for some time, man. You know, these devils, they've been ruling for some time. I'm going to open the door, get some air in here, brothers. But yeah, we know that the wicked, man, they've been ruling, man. You know, they've been ruling for hundreds of years, you know, but the triumphing of the wicked is short-lived, the scripture says, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And it says, I'm going to jump down to verse 7. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. You know, so we know that the wicked, man, they're going to perish, man. And he's comparing them to dung, man, to crap, you know. It says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? So, like, he's going to just pass away, man. It says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. So this will be like we woke up from from a crazy dream, you know. This would be like we just woke up one day and was like, wow, man, that was a crazy nightmare that we just woke up from. So it says he'll pass away like a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Verse 9, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. You know, that's because Esau Edom is going to be completely exterminated, man. They're not even going to be, you know, they're not even going to be a part of the table of nations anymore, man. They're going to be completely done away with. And then what happens is we come into the time where much glory doth abide, man. We get the kingdom, man, once he passes away like a dream. From there, I want to go to Psalms. Let me go to Psalms real quick. Psalms 37. Lord willing, this is going to be edifying to you brothers, man. The year of the Most High is redeemed, has come, man. Psalms 31, Psalms 37. And we're going to start at verse 10. Psalms 37 and 10. It says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek, and we know who the meek is, man. That's the elect, man. That's that 144, man. That's that 1/3. The meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace, man. Why will they delight themselves in abundance of peace? Because the scripture talks about in Revelation where power was given to these devils to take peace from the earth. And they've been going about, man. They're doing a damn good job, you know, putting hell on people, man. But it says when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice, man. So they're gonna enjoy the abundance of peace, man, on the earth, man. And from there, I want to go to Job 20 and 18. This is the book of Job 20 and 18. It reads, that which he labored for, Salakia, sheesh, yo, what the heck, yo, that was Satan, man. Salakia, brothers, this is Job 20 and 18, man. That was Satan, man. It's Job 20 and 18. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore and shall not swallow it down. So these devils, man, they labored for you know, they labored for their wickedness, man. That they gathered up you know, they acquired stuff through unrighteous dealings, man. You know, it says through deceit and riches gained by deceit, one's kingdom is transferred to another one. So they know they gathered this stuff by deceit and by bloodshed, man. Let me read that again. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore and shall not swallow it down. It says, according to his substance shall the restitution be. So he's going to have to pay restitution, man, for all that stuff he took. You know, these devils, they're going to have to pay restitution. We know what restitution is. You're basically paying stuff back. And it says, let me read it again from the top, Salaki. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore and shall not swallow it down. So you work so hard to get this acquire this stuff through wickedness. And he says you won't even be able to swallow it down. Because the scripture says right when he goes to fill his belly, the Most High is going to rain down on him from above, man. It says, according to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, man. So these devils, man, they gotta definitely pay, man, because they definitely built you know, they acquired things through wickedness, and they violently take away a house which they didn't build, man. So these devils are gonna have to pay restitution, man. You know, and they're gonna heap up treasures for the righteous. You know, that's basically how it's gonna go. They're gonna heap up treasures for the righteous. That restitution is coming your way, brothers. That's gonna be restitution for all the atrocities that this man has done on the earth, man. It's Esau, the so-called white man. Ecclesiastes 7, and we're gonna start at verse 8. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. That's right, man. This oppression of this system made us mad, man. It makes us mad every day, seeing the oppression of our people, man, knowing that we're better than these people and we're under their foot. And it says, verse 8, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And it's better that's right. The better is the end of this kingdom, man. The better is the end of this thing, man. Because why? Because like I said before, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follows. So better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient, in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. And we know who the most proud is, man. That's Esau, the so-called white man. He's considered the most proud. From there, I want to go to Deuteronomy 30 and 7. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It reads, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You know, so all of these curses, man, that are upon us, they're going to fall on our enemies. You know, because the scripture says, will I leave you altogether unpunished? You know, if he chastened us, how much more the people outside of Israel, man? They're gonna catch hell. You know, so all these curses are gonna come upon our enemies, and we're gonna be, you know, that's why the scripture says that he's gonna undo all that afflicts us, man. We're not gonna be afflicted anymore. But the other nations are gonna be afflicted, man. It says all these curses are gonna come upon our enemies, man. And the ones that persecuted us, you know. From there, I want to go to Lamentations 1. This is Lamentations 1 and 21. It reads, they have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. Yeah, these nations, man. These nations, chiefly the nation of Edom, the Edomites. They know that we sigh, man. They know that we're in straits, man. They know that we're in a messed up state. They know that we're that our power put all these curses on us, and they taking full advantage of it, man. They know that we sigh. They know that we're in a bad situation, and they said there is none to comfort me. So there's nobody to comfort us right now, man. You know, but we will get we have comfort in these scriptures. And we know that ultimately the Most High is going to undo all that afflicts us. But right now, you know, we gotta, like the scripture says in Baruch, we gotta take all of the chastising that's come upon us. We have to take it cheerfully, man. Basically, you know, because we understand that a short time, you know, in a short while, this is gonna all be over, and we're gonna be able to enjoy the place where much glory doth abide, you know. But let me read on here. It says, my enemies have heard of my trouble, they are glad. So like all my enemies have heard of my trouble, they are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before thee. See, you see that though? It says, thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. See, that's because in Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says the curses are going to be put on all our enemies. Verse 22, let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me, for all my transgressions, for my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. So these people are going to have to experience all of these curses, man. And they're going to be under our foot, man, for a very, very long time. And Edom is going to be done away with completely, but these nations, man, they're going to be chastened very, very rigorous. They're going to go through rigorous chastising, and then, you know, they'll be able to get some form of mercy. Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 and 1. It says, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein. So that, like, we're, you know, basically this is going to be the judgment for all nations, man. When we're finally back on top, man, all nations are going to get judged. the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Why? Because we had enemies, man. Pursuing the Psalms 83, you know, they were all confederate against us, man. We had all these nations come against us, man. It says the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. So let me jump down to I'm gonna keep reading. All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. That's because those intercontinental ballistic missiles are gonna waste them, man. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, it shall come down upon Idumea. And Idumea is Esau. That's Esau Edom. You know, that's America. You know, that's basically their stronghold of power, man. America, man. Upon the people of my curse to judgment. And they are the Most High's people cursed to judgment, man. Border of wickedness. Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats. And those aren't lambs and goats like animals, man. Those are actually people. They're just using them, you know, describing them as lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys and rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and Basra is America, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Once again, that's America, man. Jump down to verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, man. So the Most High is basically recompensing these people. And he says, rejoice, O ye heaven, over, O you holy apostles, over this place, because I have revenged them on you, for you. Basically, he's revenging this place for you. He's doing all of this destruction for you. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompenses for the controversy of Zion, man. Because they've dealt treacherously with the Most High's people, and that's why it's the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. But for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. That's beautiful. From there, I want to go to Micah 4. It's Micah 4:11. It reads, now also many nations are gathered against thee, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Because these nations, man, they're really against us, man. They try to keep us disconnected from our power, because they don't want us to come back into the power seat. It says, but they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. Yeah, he's going to consecrate their substances. Like it says in Job 20:18, it talks about their restitution, because they're gathering all this stuff in vain, man. Because this is going to be consecrated. They're going to consecrate their gain unto the Lord, man. The Lord is going to have his people, man, living real nice, man. You know? But for now, man, you know, many nations, they've come against us, man. The Most High is going to give us that power again, man. We're going to beat them to powder, man. You know? We're going to get back that power, man, because the year of the redeemed has come. From there, I want to go to Joel 3. This is Joel 3. Joel 3:2, it says, I will also gather. It's like, I'm going to read from Joel 3:1-2. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my. He's going to bring them to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's World War III. He's going to bring them down to the Middle East, man, and he's going to make them fight. And he says, and I will plead with them there for my people. And when he says plead, that word is interchangeable with judge. He's going to judge them there for his people. That's for the controversy of Zion, you know. And it says, for his people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, man. You know, and the Most High is going to put judgment on these people, man. And then once he does that, man, he's gonna basically set his people back up and give them that power once again. From there, I want to go to Isaiah. It's the book of Isaiah. This is Isaiah 63. This is Isaiah 63, and I'm going to read Isaiah 63, 1 through 4. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?" And this is Lord Yahushai, man. He's basically going to be paying Esau, Edom, a visit, man. He's going to be coming in great glory, and he's going to be paying Esau a visit, man. That's chiefly America, but he's going to go through all of the world, you know, basically taking all of their power, man, and bringing all that power to himself. And it says, "This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?" That's because he's coming to not coming to send peace on earth, but a sword, man. He's coming to avenge and to gather his elect. It says, "I have trodden the winepress alone, and the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come." So he's basically coming back to redeem his people. He's coming back for vengeance and to redeem his people, man. And that's beautiful, because that means that the kingdom is coming, man. The kingdom is on its way, man. Lord Yahushua is coming, and he's gonna destroy these heathen, and he's gonna gather up his elect and set up a righteous kingdom on earth, man. And it's going to be glorious, man. Revelation 11. The year of his redeemed is come. Revelation 11 and 18. This is Revelation 11 and 18. Reads, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come." Because he's coming to bring vengeance on the nations, man. It says, "The nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. And the time of the dead that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth," man. So the year of the redeemed is coming, man. 2 Timothy, let's go over there real quick. This is 2 Timothy 4 and 8. It reads, "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing," man. So there's a crown waiting on you, brothers, man. This is glorious, man. This is a crown is waiting on y'all, man. It says, let me read it again. It says, "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me." And we know who the righteous judge is, him that come to judge and make war. You know, that's Lord Yahushai. He's going to be handing out the crowns pursuing the second Esdras. And it says, "And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing." And you know, the only ones that's going to love his appearing is the ones that's been watching for him, and that's been waiting for him to show up, man. You know, so there's a crown waiting for you. And that goes along with the year of my redeemed has come, man. And where much glory doth abide. From 2 Timothy 2 and 8, or 2 Timothy 4 and 8, I want to go to Isaiah 62. Let me go there. I got a couple more scripts, brothers. This is Isaiah 62. Isaiah 62 and verse 3. It says, "I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. Now Salakia, I just read that. Salakia, that's the spirit. You know what? Salakia. Salak. You know what? Salakia, I went to the wrong script. Isaiah 62:3. Salak. I'm over here, Salak. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy power. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beloah, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married, man. So, you know, the scripture is saying you'll be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, man. So the Most High will take pleasure in calling you his people once again, man. It says, in a royal diadem in the hand of thy power. And it says, thou shalt no more be termed forsaken. So we won't be termed forsaken anymore, man. They won't be able to clap their hands and hiss and say, we're happy that you're low. It says, neither shall thy land anymore be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beloah, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married, man. So the Most High is going to redeem his people, man, and he's going to be happy to be called their power. I think I'm going to end on Job 20:28. Lord willing, this is edifying to you brothers, man. Job 20:28. It says, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. It says, this is the portion of the wicked man. And it's where it says his goods shall flow away. That basically means that his goods are going to flow. They're going to leave him. That's going to be consecrated unto the Most High. And that's going to flow to the children of the Most High, man. To the Israelites. That's going to flow to us. It says his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh, man. So all of his goods and all of his stuff that he stored up, that's going to be given to the men of the Lord, man. And we're going to have great substance, man. Just like in Egypt, the Israelites left with great substance. We're going to leave this place with great substance, man. And we're going to be restored. Thus saith the Lord, man. We're going to have all our glory back, man. So, you know, we're going to have our fame. Like the scripture says, he's going to give us fame and a name, you know. So, hey, man, the year of the redeemed has come, man. It's on its way. It's right around the corner. And Lord willing, this was edifying, man. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you brothers, man, that's preaching this truth and sincerity, man. Enough respect to you brothers, man. Hey, shalom.